Welcome back to week 3 of the 5k improvement series. So it's Thursday of week 3 and I honestly don't know if I'm going to be able to get this session done. I've got the next percent 2s on and that only means one thing, so we've got an interval session to tackle. Why am I doing it on Thursday? So Monday I had a rest day because I felt really tired on Sunday on the long run, which I cut short after the week 2's efforts. So I thought it was best to take a rest day. I went out and did 8k with the dogs, 5k with Molly, 3k with Bryn. I put the details up on the Tuesday and I felt brand new. So that rest day massively helped. So Wednesday, we had an electrician come around, do some work in the house. I'm off on leave this week, by the way. So the electrician came round. I had to be there just to coordinate what exactly we wanted to do and give him a hand where he needed it. And he finished about 5ish. Then Izzy popped out. So I was with Ariane when to get some bits and pieces. And then Izzy's dad popped round, which meant that had a beer with him, and then the rain anyway, and it was biblical yesterday. I've said that before, but this rain was insane. And 2 lightning strikes hit on our estate, on people's houses, and they've fried their skyboxes. So I took the dogs out for a quick, 20-minute walk, but I shouldn't have really took them out. It was dangerous, really. So that's why I didn't get out last night. And then today, tonight or this afternoon, I'm travelling down to a fancy work do. Down in South Devon, funny enough. So it's 10:30 now. I need to leave at 1:30. So I know that sounds like a lot of time, but I've just spent the last hour or so prepping my black tyre. So I didn't know how long that would take, and Izzy popped out of Ariane when, and I don't want to miss Ariane when. I don't want to literally do my session, come back and then get ready and go. So I'm just gonna play it by ear. I'm gonna get out, do the warm-up with the dogs, start the session. And if Izzy gets home and I make the call that I want to finish it and just go back and see Ariane, and I'll do that. And I'll just take it on the chin and miss a session. So the session today, if I choose to complete it, is 10 times 400 metres at 3k pace. Quite excited about that. 3k pace is obviously faster than 5k pace, and the 3k pace for this particular plan is 350 to 353. So not far below the pace I was doing the 800 reps at last week. So got some confidence that I can have a good crack at it and complete it, and probably be a bit more comfortable than I would expect it to be at that kind of pace. And there's only 10 of them, and there's a 2-minute walk recovery in between. So it should be all right. I'm going to focus on form on this session versus, like I said before, running like crazy. So that's about it, really. It's crazy how the week can get away with you. Only last week I was saying, get things done early. I got my session done on Monday and I was feeling really, really smug. But it's not that I didn't follow my own advice, because there was no realistic time to squeeze it in. Just don't be hard on yourself, basically, if the week gets away with you because of everything else going on. It's not the end of the world. I was debating canning this week and just doing some easy running and taking over till next week. However, that's not the right thing to do. I'm being held to account by you lot, and I want to make sure I give it a go. Okay, that's it. Let me get the session loaded into my watch. I'm going to get out and see how I get on. Hopefully catch up with you after, where I can walk you through my reps and how I got on.
A few moments later.
All done. Just finishing off with the cool down. Got Bryn. Took Molly for the warm up. Bryn for the cool down. So felt really good. That was a massive confidence boost. That was. Just missed the rain up to now, by the way. It started raining. From memory, the first one, in comparison to the actual target pace, felt quick. So then the next 2 I tried to slow it down, because although the first one was quick, it was still quite comfortable and uncomfortable. And the next 2 I tried to slow it down a bit, and then the following 7 I just chose not really to look at the watch. Chose not really to look at the watch and just get into a good rhythm, focus on the form. I glanced every now and then just to make sure I completely hadn't messed it up. Oh, it's raining now. But that's that one, yeah. I put the paces up, really good, all around the 340 I think, apart from a couple, 340 per K, so that's good. Glad to get it squeezed in as well. It's tough finding all the time. Thanks for joining, I'll see you in a bit. It's Sunday, haven't ran since Thursday, because I had work due Thursday night, was hanging out Friday, no fit state to do anything. Then Saturday I did park walk with Ariane Wen to give Izzy a bit of a break and a lie-in. And then today, hoping to get out, I'm getting out for the long run and doing the 13k with 3k tempo sandwich in between. So that was the run I missed last week, the long run I missed last week. So hoping to get that smashed out today. So here's what it is. I've done the sessions this week, or I'll finish this last session today. I have just missed out on some of the easy running just because just haven't been able to find the time. I've been on leave this week, but I often struggle more when I'm on leave because I find myself spending or dedicating the free time to other things, which is all part of it, I suppose. Also, I'll be completely honest, I haven't done the strength this week either, and that's something which goes hand in hand with working and having that structure. So usually I'll do it before work or at lunchtime or straight after work. Because I work in the sort of gym office anyway, so I have all the kit here, and I just benefit from that structure. So just haven't had time. I have had time. I haven't chosen to spend the time doing the easy running and the strength this week. But that's what this process is all about. It needs to be honest and relatable to you all at home. But the last thing I want to do is to manufacture something which appears all sunshine and roses on the outside, but in reality, none of that actually happened. Also, when we get to the point in which we're achieving the goals at the end, it's good for those watching and myself watching back to understand that it doesn't always go to plan, and it didn't go to plan this time, but we still got the outcome we wanted. So you know in your mind, if you miss a session or if you're behind slightly, it's not the end of the world. Keep going, chalk it up as a loss, and keep moving forward. So that's my inspirational chat for this morning. Ariane was down for a nap. It's 10:15 and I'm just about to get out and give us a go. So I'll catch up with you after.
A few moments later.
Right, that's me all done. Just got a K or so to do back to the house. Look how full this river is, by the way. Remember when I was doing the first episode of the London Marathon vlog, I was walking around there with Molly and she's having a drink. Time has changed. So that session, pretty good. After the first 3K, I felt so uncomfortable, so achy, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's just one of those days, I suppose. I think I'm just thoroughly exhausted over the last few weeks, so probably taking its toll, but that's okay. Did the 7K easy, and then had a crack at the 3K tempo. I was just outside of the pace range, I think, around 4 minutes 25 per K, but I'll take that. Really happy with that, based on how I felt last week when I was trying to attempt it and how I'm feeling now. I don't know if anyone else out there struggles as well, but I struggle with the longer runs with the varied pace in between. That's my worst nightmare. Intervals, happy days, but the long runs, so running and increasing the pace on tired legs, like hiking the pace up and dropping it back down again, I really struggle with, and I find it really intimidating if I see that on the plan. And looking ahead, there's plenty of long sessions with 5K pace, 3K pace, tempo and easy pace all in one long run. So I don't know, I might do some reading on it, I don't know what it is. If anyone knows why I'm struggling with that, get down in the comments and let me know. And equally, if there's anyone out there struggling with any particular type of session, whether it's a psychological barrier or they just don't get on with it, whether it's 400 meter reps, 800 meter reps, 1k reps, all the tempo stuff, then get down in the comments, let me know, and I'm sure there's others who will be reading and who can help out and join in on the discussion. Right, so that rounds off the week. Bit of a mixed bag, but really happy. Massive confidence boost for the 400 meter rep session at 3k pace earlier in the week. Got a good easy run to start off the week as well, and had a good crack at the longer run today, so I'm glad I got the 13k in the legs eventually. And all that's left to say is thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next week.